Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So in this video we'll be talking about the best deck to reach the Champions League and to reach above. So yeah, basically, yeah, some of you guys might be thinking right now that I haven't myself reached Champions League yet, but as you can see, I'm at 5,900 trophies right now, and there's still 12 days, 19 hours left for the current season to end. So yeah, I'm pretty sure I will be able to reach like 6,500, or right now the aim is 6,700 trophies to finish the season. So we still have 12 days to go. So yeah, let's see about that. But the best deck you can use to reach the Champions League that is just 100 trophies away for me right now is this one. So this is basically a log bait, and so this is basically a control deck. So yeah, this deck is pretty awesome, guys, trust me. So I will just show you guys some of my replays here. You can see that. See, mostly I have won all the matches I have played with this deck, so you guys can definitely try using this deck. Yeah, obviously I have lost some matches in between, but most of the matches I did manage to win. So yeah, this deck is pretty awesome. Here you can see. So what basically happened was I was using this deck initially to reach like 5,800 trophies for this season, basically. Yeah, then what happened was today there was a huge tilt. Yeah, honestly guys, I was really pissed, so I had to change the deck. What happened was I reached 5,850 trophies, and then I tilted to 5,600. Here I will show you guys the activity log with the giant deck. So here, as you can see, I was going on a heavy lose streak. So here you can see I was completely like losing all the matches without a winning chance. I was getting all the P.E.K.K.A deck against the giant one. So with giant, what was happening was I was facing mostly the P.E.K.K.A decks. So here you can see they are totally anti to the giant deck that I was using. So I was losing basically all the matches that I was playing with that deck. So I got pretty annoyed and I changed the deck, and then basically this was a new deck for me. Alright, so what happened was I was trying to get settled with this deck. So initially I was losing a few matches. So here you can see I lost a few, but then after some time I learned how to use this deck, and so you can see the record. I pretty much won most of the matches that I played. Here you can see I'm currently on a winning streak. Here you can see I won 5 matches in a row. So I will just show you guys some replays. So mostly you guys will be having problems when you're facing heavy decks like this one right now. So the opponent was using a giant deck, and remember guys, you need to start the offense at the very beginning when you're facing a heavy deck like this one. The opponent is using the giant one, because if you give him time, then when the 2 elixir comes, then he's gonna crush you. He will go for a 3 crown wins over you. So you gotta at least take down one of his tower before the 2 into elixir starts. So yeah, you need to make sure of that, and you can pretty much guess what deck he's using based on just 2 or 3 cards that he used. So basically what happens is, if your opponent is you having a giant or a lava horn, he won't use it once he knows that you're using a log bait deck like the one we are using right now. So he will just try to cycle the other troops and keep defending your what are the attack you're doing for the first 2 minutes. Then at the last minute he will initially start the huge push. So that's what most of the players do, but this guy decided to go for the golem in the first minute itself. So and that pretty much worked out quite great for him, since he had a pretty good cycle in his hand and he was able to counter all my defense attacks. Like, it was a decent attack for him, so he was able to get like 1,000 or 1,500 damage on my tower, and he pretty much got like half the health of my tower down. But what you guys need to remember when you're facing such an opponent is you gotta keep offending. Do remember that. Don't let him play like if he's playing like from the left side of the lane, then you gotta keep attacking his other side, so that he puts off some of his troops to defend the other lanes. Then he won't be able to support the golem. But trust me guys, if you let him build a huge push behind the golem, then you're gonna lose the match. There's no way you can recover from that attack, because our deck is a control deck. You need to make sure that there isn't a huge push building against you. So that's what I basically did. Even though he was putting his golem, I kept attacking his other side of the tower so that he has to defend it. I'll just speed it up a little bit. So why I'm showing you guys this replay first is because these are the kind of decks which are hardest to beat. The problem being that once they get one of your towers, they are like gonna definitely get the other tower if you don't play smart. So what that basically did was, I knew he was gonna put the golem here since my tower's health was pretty low. So what I did was I tried to take down his tower with the knight and the barrel. So you guys also do this. What you need to do is, once you throw the barrel, and if you do know your opponent isn't having some spell like arrows or zap in his cycle, then what you gotta do is, once you throw the barrel, put the knight in a place where both his king tower and the side tower will lock on it. So then the goblins will do pretty high damage. So that's what I basically did in this match. What I did majorly was, I knew the right side of my tower's health was pretty low, and if his golem reaches there, then I was gonna lose. So what I did was, I just put the bomb tower near the king tower so that I pulled his golem near my king tower. So that's what you guys need to do. Once you reach the 2 into elixir time, if he's going for the other side of the tower, try to pull him down to the king tower of yours. So you'll be getting a health benefit there. The king tower will be having more health, so it will take him more time to destroy it. By the time you can cycle the knight and the dart goblins and goblin barrels, so that you can take down his tower and win the match. That's what you guys gotta do. You guys can't keep defending. If you keep defending, you're gonna lose. That's for sure. So here you guys can see, honestly I don't know how to play the skeleton barrel, so I was like pretty much depending on the knight and the goblin barrel and dart goblin. That's like, basically I was just trying to use them and win the match. I'm not pretty good with the placement of skeleton barrel, but the problem being, the skeleton barrel is a pretty, trust me in this one, pretty OP card right now. And you guys, even if you don't know to use it, you should use it, because it's not that hard to use it. But if you're facing a super pro player, then that's gonna be a problem. But trust me, in this deck the skeleton barrel is like irreplaceable. So don't try to change it. I did try it a while ago, but that's a terrible mess up. And same goes with the other deck. You guys can't change anything. Let it be the way it is. That's the best way it can be, and this deck is perfectly balanced. So trust me, in this one you will easily be able to reach like 6,300 plus trophies by the end of the season if you use this deck. But honestly, in my opinion, these kind of deck, the one that opponent is using right now, these are like cheap ones, and they aren't like very hard to beat, in my opinion, that is. But what you guys need to remember when you are facing such kind of opponent with the decks is, you gotta maintain the control and keep attacking both sides of his tower simultaneously, so that one side that isn't a huge push building up. And another thing, guys, the main problem, the rocket archer, he's a huge trouble, trust me. And another thing, guys, when you know your opponent is having a skeleton barrel, try to save up your log for hitting that. And another thing, once you're in a higher league, the opponent, you must know this obviously, but once you're in a higher league, just wait for his goblin barrel to come near before you throw the log, because sometimes it happens he throws it in the extreme right corner or left corner. Then what happens is your log might miss the goblins and he's gonna get a pretty high damage. So you gotta make sure of that, and then you're pretty good to win the matches. And another thing, guys, the queen is a complete game changer. You guys, you need to place her directly in the tower side, so that she can hit his tower. She can do a pretty high damage if your queen is high level, or even if she's low, she's gonna do pretty high damage. So make sure you place her right in the left or right side, and so that she can directly hit his tower. So that's it for this deck. This deck is not very hard to use, but it will take you guys some time to get used to it. You guys need to know how you need to place the bomb tower and the other troops where, and how exactly you will be able to defend. So basically, today was the first time I used this deck, but I'm pretty much comfortable with this deck right now after playing like a 10 or 12 matches now, I guess. and I have won the most of it. So yeah, I will definitely suggest you guys to go for this deck if you have max troops, like whatever in this deck is max. If you have got it, definitely go for it. And another advantage being just a queen and the log is legendary, and that's the most common card most of you guys use, I guess. So yeah, definitely go for this deck if you have the good level cards for it. And let me know in the comment section how it went for you guys. Thanks for watching the video. Clash on.